Hello, my beautiful sisters. Welcome back to I Am Set Apart. So today, I actually wanted to talk about my hair. Okay, they're the cute little curls. Honestly, I hated my hair my whole life, and I feel like there's a story to tell here. So, sit back with me, be patient with me as I kind of unwind this, because today I really wanted to talk about what I learned from hating my hair pretty much my entire life. When I was young, my curls were poppin', okay? I loved my curls. Looking back at these pictures, I had the cute little ringlets, but then how kids are always playing around. My mom did not know how to manage my hair, and that's okay. I didn't know how to manage my hair either. So what we did, like possibly many other girls that had curly hair, was we brushed it out. Okay, we brushed my hair out. We brushed it and we brushed it and we brushed it and we brushed it. So my whole childhood, maybe till the time I was 14, there was a lot of frizz, a lot of poof, and frizz and poof. I was that little girl that all old people would come up and be like, oh my gosh, I love your hair. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. But I didn't feel that way at all because nobody around me had curly hair. I was the only girl pretty much in my whole family that had curly hair. So I was looking at all of the other girls around me, my mom, my cousins, my friends, and everybody had this beautiful flat hair. And I was like,
oh, why don't I have flat hair? I want flat hair.
And alongside that, my curls weren't even in their best form. I didn't even understand that I could have these nice, beautiful curls because all I knew was just brushing it. So all I had was this big ball of poof on my head. So when I was 13, I cut my hair really short and I absolutely hated it. That took my self-confidence from here to down a water slide. I really hated it. And that brought me into this phase where I started to actually experiment with my hair. And by experimenting, I went to Shoppers Drug Mart and I bought Herbal Essence Totally Twisted shampoo, conditioner, and mousse. I would religiously go to the drugstore and buy Herbal Essence and sop my hair soaking wet every single night and take the Herbal Essence mousse and crunch my hair so that in the morning my hair was ultimate crunch. It was crunchy. Okay, my goal with this was to get my hair as flat as possible. Okay, and when I look back at these pictures, I don't enjoy it. Okay, it's not a fun process for me. But all of this to say, when I turned 16, I learned how to straighten my hair properly, and my life changed forever. To me, when I learned how to straighten my hair and I realized how long it was and how flat and sleek I could get it, I felt pretty for the first time in my life. And I think that really did a number on me psychologically because, like every other girl that has curly hair, my pain. When you straighten your hair, all the compliments come out of the woodworks. Oh my gosh, your hair looks so good. You look so pretty. And, people obviously don't mean any harm. They're just trying to give you a nice compliment. But to you, you go into this headspace where you're like, oh, okay, so when I have curly hair, I'm not pretty because I'm only getting compliments when I have straight hair. So what did I do? I straightened my hair every single night. I pulled my hair down into the depths of the earth and I straightened it religiously for years. Every night after school, I'm straightening my hair because it's literally the only way that I feel pretty. And funnily enough, by the end of high school, I actually ended up working at a salon where they convinced me to cut off a little bit of my horsehair that I had. But it really took a long time because I had built up this little precious little part of me that I did not want anyone to touch. I did not want anyone to touch my hair because that is how I felt good about myself. And there's obviously nothing wrong with doing something to your hair. There's nothing wrong with straightening your hair when it's curly. There's nothing wrong with dyeing it. There's nothing wrong with wearing makeup. There's nothing wrong with any of these things. But the problem lies in, do you love what you have to begin with? If you had no option, if you had no choice but to wear your natural hair, but to have your natural face, do you love that? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with sitting in that. I know that's not an easy statement to accept because sadly it takes a long time to love what we were born with. But think about that, like we were born with it. Like I was born with curly hair, yet I hated it my whole life from the time that I was 7 and really thought to myself, hey, why don't I have flat hair like everybody else, to the time I was 22. And honestly, I think it actually took me until I was 22 to really love my hair, and that actually came the day that I chopped it off. When I chopped off my hair for the first time in my life, when it came to beauty, I felt free. Like, free. And you know, with some people, it could be a quick fix. It could be a quick, revelation overnight. But for some people, it's a slow fix. But you do have to take steps towards loving those parts of yourself that you maybe have hated your whole life. I actually received a lot of help from this amazing man right here. Come on, camera, come. This amazing man right here. When I met him, okay, now you're messing up my hair. So when I met him, I actually did not love my curly hair at all. My curls were actually in their worst form because I had been straightening them over and over again. But he was telling me that he liked them and that they looked good and that I looked pretty. And I was like, huh? Honestly, it helped me build up my confidence a lot more and to just be okay with the bad days. For example, when your skin is not acting right, or you don't like your eyebrows, or you don't like your hair, you don't like your body, there's going to be days where they're not going to be in the form that you want it to be, and you have to be able to sit in those days and be like, okay, you know what? This is okay. I think ultimately what I learned from hating my hair most of my life was, number one, that I was hating something that I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know my hair. I didn't know the curls that it could potentially be. I didn't know how bouncy it could be because I didn't know how to manage it. So I was hating something that I didn't even understand its full potential. But I was also hating something that I was born with because I was looking at what everybody else was born with. So how could you even possibly begin to love yourself if you're not even looking at yourself? In one way or another, we're all facing an insecurity that we have to deal with our bodies. And we need to start setting up boundaries because we need to really stop looking at other people and what they were born with and focus on what we were born with. I need to love who I am, and we need to actively set up those boundaries to help ourselves and to put ourselves in those places to help ourselves love ourselves. I know it seems so silly that we actually have to put in this much work to love ourselves, but you know what? We have to do it and we have to take those steps. Honestly, I just really hope that this video can speak to you today in some way and help you set up a new boundary in your life to really help you love yourself. Maybe you have to do what I did and unfollow someone off of Instagram, or maybe you need to surround yourself with people that love you in your natural state. Or maybe you just need to stop saying bad things to yourself. Maybe you need to speak more positive things over your life. Don't be discouraged if it takes a long time. Like I said, it took me from when I was 7 until I was 22 to actually have a moment where I said, wow, I love my natural hair. It took a long time. So don't be discouraged if it takes you a long time. And don't be discouraged if you have bad days where you look at yourself and you don't like yourself. Don't be discouraged because those days do not last forever. So honestly, leave a comment below of something physical about yourself that you like. I like my hair. I like my eyes. And I know there are some things we don't like about ourselves, but please share what you do like about yourselves because we need to speak more life over ourselves and recognize how beautiful we are. Come on. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.